Anylogic. Anylogic is investing a lot in their analytics capabilities because they're aware that they, far from being a complete part of the ecosystem. But they'll get you some distance, for built-in analytics in Anylogic. There's some major gaps. There's no tables. Nicely display things automatically. Could you build your own tables manually? Yeah, you bet you could. But probably that's not something that many of you will aspire to. Excuse the English. That's not something to which many of you will aspire. So this is an okay start. But for the most part, when we work with Anylogic models for serious findings, we do exports. And we do exports to R, particularly. And we have a tool which automatically exports things in Anylogic into R. So you can, without writing them to a file explicitly, it will go and suck them into R. And then allow you to do graphs of them, etc. And as data frames in R. And that's a very useful thing. So we use R for our box plots and our more sophisticated scatter plots or other, Kruskal-Wallis tests and Mann-Whitney U tests, Wilcoxon being another name for that. So we'll do those sort of tests in R. We don't try to put everything into Anylogic. And it works pretty well. Anylogic has the ability, not seen here, but manifested over in this connectivity palette right here, to export things to databases. By the way, import things from databases too. Export to Excel files, text files. And that's useful. So we'll sometimes output text. But generally speaking, we'll do most of our heavy lifting analytics outside of Anylogic. Now, we do, on the other hand, routinely use, for certain models, we'll use statistics libraries within Anylogic. And I expressed it before, but I'll emphasize the point again. One of the assets of Anylogic using Java, this is one of the assets of Anylogic using Java is that you have recourse to huge numbers of libraries, and very important amongst them are statistics libraries. And I would particularly recommend the Apache statistics libraries. I could give you a model which uses it if you're interested. But basically, if you want to do statistical tests within Anylogic, that's readily done by calling up to these libraries, and it's a very straightforward thing to do. So I would say for analytics, for the most part, I export to packages from which I analyze separately, but I do some analytics within Anylogic, and in some cases using statistics libraries, and that works very well as well. Are those comments helpful at all? Yeah. There are other options as well, but I'd say that's kind of the big gist of it. Yeah.
Just a quick question in respect to scaling.
Yeah.
If you look at the scaling, the number of